The gold market has collapsed. Just yesterday, September 13, over a dozen gold dealers in Shuibei, the largest wholesale gold market in China, all fled on the same day. The total market value could reach over 100 million yuan. This is the biggest escape in the history of Shuibei.
天塌了，水贝那边沸沸扬扬，一天20家撂上。
It's like the sky is falling. The whole area of Shuibei is in chaos, with 20 dealers running away in one day. Gold prices are rising rapidly, and the risks in the industry are climbing just as fast. Recent reports have surfaced about a troubling series of incidents at Shenzhen's Shuibei wholesale gold market, where approximately 16 gold dealers have reportedly fled. These gold dealers are in the business of trading gold ingots, which involves gold recycling and refining. One of the dealers, Yue Baoxin, posted a notice stating that, starting from September 13, the business will temporarily cease operations. Anyone who has suffered financial losses due to dealings with him should go to the Chuizhu police station. There are rumors that he absconded with 260 kilograms of gold, worth over 200 million yuan. Numerous downstream businesses are unable to receive their goods or settle their accounts on time. Other dealers' storefronts have been sealed. Reports suggest that nearly 20 upstream gold dealers in Shuibei have collectively collapsed, with downstream merchants filing police reports prompting the sealing of stores. The district of Shuibei in Shenzhen is China's largest and most complete gold and jewelry trading market, known as the World Jewelry Capital. It is the home of over 15,000 jewelry businesses. Shuibei's market enhances gold jewelry with craftsmanship techniques such as hard gold, 5D processes, and inlaid color technology, making the products more aesthetically appealing. Compared to high-priced branded gold jewelry, Shuibei offers great value for money, attracting customers with its competitive pricing. It also benefits from wholesale advantages, offering low labor costs, and its gold jewelry output accounts for 65% of China's market. Following the revelation of gold dealers fleeing in Shuibei, Chinese media rushed to clarify the rumors. On September 15, Southern Finance reported that recent online rumors of several gold dealers in Shuibei going bankrupt and absconding were exaggerated and contained inaccuracies. The Shenzhen Jewelry and Gold Association stated that many companies are still operating normally, and that law enforcement has intervened with businesses facing issues, and that they can pursue legal action for compensation. However, the report did not specify which companies are operating normally and which ones are problematic, whereas online rumors pointed out specific companies involved. Though the media tried to debunk the rumors, the report did acknowledge that some companies are facing problems. Refuting the issue with claims of exaggeration and inaccuracy is ineffective when it comes to covering the truth. Why would such incidents of dealers fleeing occur in Shuibei, the largest gold jewelry trading hub in the country, especially when gold prices are high? Industry insiders explained that the core model of these dealers is based on the gold price plus labor costs. However, many dealers are not satisfied with just earning a small processing fee and difference. They engage in a risky practice called betting on gold prices. For example, the current spot price of gold is 820 yuan per gram. In order to attract customers, dealers may offer orders at 810 yuan per gram or even lower. Customers, seeing such low prices, immediately pay in full for large orders. However, after receiving the money, dealers do not immediately purchase the gold, but instead bet that the price will fall in a few short days. If the price does not fall to 790 yuan per gram, they can make a 20 yuan per gram profit. But if the price does not drop as expected and rises, like the recent surge in international gold prices, domestic gold prices could exceed 830 yuan per gram. At that point, dealers have to buy gold at 830 yuan per gram, but still sell it to customers at the lower price of 810 yuan per gram, losing 20 yuan per gram. With hundreds of kilograms of orders, the total loss can reach tens of millions or even hundreds of millions, overwhelming the financial chain, leading to dealers absconding. Some people say that Shuibei's trading model is overly reliant on personal transactions and lacks written contract enforcement. Some dealers even misappropriate advance payments from customers to make other investments, creating financial risks, which also contributed to the collapse. Another vlogger described the business model of Shuibei as looking like wholesale, but in reality, it operates more like a casino, like a futures market dressed in gold. What's most concerning is that these companies don't even have gold in stock. When customers attempt to pick up their goods, the companies delay the process, first directing them to reserve items through a mini program, then persuading them to postpone the pickup, profiting from the price differences, and ultimately disappearing. When gold prices spiked recently, they couldn't afford the losses and were forced to flee. The companies that collapsed took as much as 30 million yuan, and even the smallest ones took over 300,000 yuan, hard-earned money from ordinary people. The gold dealers in Shuibei aren't alone in facing challenges. Gold merchants in other parts of China are also struggling. A gold shop owner in Hebei mentioned that some people question if their 1-gram gold recycling fee of a few yuan was too high. He responded, explaining that when you send hundreds of thousands or even millions of yuan worth of gold, it takes a few days to process. At the current price of 800 yuan per gram, it costs more than 800 yuan to buy. If the company that buys the gold goes under, the money is lost. In this industry, it's all about taking risks. A shop owner in Yueyang City in Henan had to lower prices to sell his recycled gold.
现在的黄金啊都没人要了啊。
Nobody wants gold now. Here's 17 kilograms. If any dealer can take it, the price will be 3 yuan less than the market price, but they must pay immediately. Meanwhile, a business owner in Hangzhou City, Zhejiang, is preparing to shut down his store. 726.6 grams. Once you finish this deal, I'm closing my shop. I'm done. All my peers across the country are out of money. The Shenzhen dealers aren't paying. After the 200 million yuan collapse in Changsha, now over 20 dealers in Shuibei have fled. He also referred to a recent 200 million yuan case in Changsha City, Hunan, where a gold dealer, Tang Jing, owner of Zhou Jinfu Jewelry, disappeared. It's reported that he also owned jewelry businesses like Jinlan Jewelry and Tangjing Gold Industry, the largest gold recycling platform in Henan. This business owner explains how he lost 6 million yuan due to Tang Jing.
大家好，我是这次长沙上游跑路的。
Hello everyone, I'm the first victim of the Changsha gold dealer collapse. I spent 6 days and 5 nights chasing the issue, only getting 5 hours of sleep. I just got out of the police station. 6 million yuan in real cash has now turned into an IOU. He explained that he and Tang had known each other for over a decade. He described the gold industry as full of traps, and he fell victim to one of them. He believes that Tang's downfall came from using others' money to buy gold, inflating each transaction by 10% or 20%. The snowball kept growing, but when gold prices surged, the snowball couldn't continue. What was once 770 yuan per gram had risen to around 810 yuan. The money he had could no longer cover the orders he had received. Other gold dealers in the area were also hit hard. It's all over, my friends. Who are the biggest victims? It's us, the ones in the gold recycling business. I pay you for your gold on the spot, but when the upstream dealers receive our gold, it's different. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days to get a payment. Now I'm worried. If I hand my gold over to the upstream dealers, will they run off too? In July, another platform, DGCX Xinkangjia, collapsed. The platform, which claimed to be backed by a central enterprise and promised daily profits of 1% to 2%, was exposed for illegal fundraising and pyramid schemes. It falsely claimed to be the China representative of the Dubai Gold and Commodity Exchange. Attracting over 2 million participants, it defrauded more than 13 billion yuan before shutting down suddenly, clearing its social media accounts. Victims from Guangdong, Guangxi, Guizhou, and other areas have reported the scam to the authorities. DGCX Xinkangjia promised users they could invest USDT, a stablecoin, and earn daily returns of 1% to 2%, with annual returns up to 300%. The minimum investment was just 1,000 USDT, but most users didn't have actual trading privileges. Instead, they entrusted their money to supposed superiors to manage. The platform's instructors promoted copy trading, but victims revealed that the market was manipulated behind the scenes, designed to encourage more investments. The platform, Xinkangjia, continued to attract new users through enticing promotions and polished marketing, even on the day before its collapse. Instructors were still promoting system upgrades and withdrawal queues, encouraging investors to take out loans to top up their investments, thus prolonging the scam. Xinkangjia claimed to be authorized by the Dubai Gold and Commodity Exchange to offer a so-called Middle East Oil Futures Guaranteed Investment Project. They even faked contract signing videos, falsely claimed state-owned enterprise involvement, and dual-track operations in energy and foreign exchange. However, by the end of 2024, the Dubai Financial Service Authority issued 3 statements denying any relationship or authorization with the platform. Mr. Huang from Guizhou invested his savings over several years but lost over 90%. He said, "Reporting to the police was useless. They said the owner had fled abroad, mocking us for our lack of intelligence." In addition to these collapses, Zhejiang recently saw a major fraud that shocked the country. Yongkun Gold Jewelry, based in Hangzhou, claiming to be a full gold industry chain service provider, collapsed due to a broken cash flow. The amount involved reached 4.1 billion yuan, affecting over 12,000 investors nationwide. We've covered this case in earlier videos, so we won't go into further details here. But the frauds at Zongjing Gold didn't stop with Yongkun. Overseas Chinese holdings groups in Hangzhou and Zongjing Gold Jewelry sales in Zhejiang also collapsed. In September of last year, key figures behind overseas Chinese holdings group, including Yu Zhengyun and Yang Yu Xiao, secretly fled overseas. Internal data shows that unpaid funds totaled over 7 billion yuan, with more than 4 billion yuan from gold leasing businesses unfulfilled. At a gold price of 700 yuan per gram, this equates to 5 tons of gold missing. According to the official website of Overseas Chinese Holdings Group, the company was founded in 2013. Its shareholders include the Overseas Chinese Charity Foundation of China, China Construction Investment Capital Management, Zhejiang Yihua Industry, and Guotai Investment Management Partnership. The company has a registered capital of 238 million yuan. It has 6 business divisions, including Overseas Chinese Fund, Overseas Chinese Private Equity Fund, Overseas Chinese Currency, Overseas Chinese Assets, Overseas Chinese Venture Capital, and Ao New Technology. After the collapse, many investors gathered outside the headquarters of Overseas Chinese Holdings Group in Hangzhou's Shizi International Center protesting. In October 2024, an investor using the pseudonym Shu Yun joined the protest, where around 200 to 300 investors had gathered, along with a large number of police. 6 of the investors held a banner saying, "China Gold, return my hard-earned money." 3 of them were detained by the police. Shu and other investors returned to the protest on October 22, 2024. As for the collapse of Zongjing Gold Jewelry sales in Zhejiang, it involved thousands of investors and nearly 100 million yuan in unpaid funds. Both the collapse of Overseas Chinese Holdings Group and Zongjing Gold are closely linked to the same behind-the-scenes owners. According to reports from China's Financial News, Yu Zhengyun of Overseas Chinese Holdings Group had close ties with Shen Xiaozong, the actual controller of Zongjing Gold. Yu even briefly took over the mess left by Zongjing Gold after its collapse. It was revealed that after Shen Xiaozong was arrested and his account frozen, it became difficult to fulfill financial products related to gold. Why do gold scams happen so frequently? One reason is a fluctuation of gold prices. In 2025, international gold prices saw dramatic swings. At the beginning of the year, the price surged to a historic high with a rise of 2.3%. But by May, the upward trend reversed and prices fell. Shortly after, prices began to rise again. As of September 16, the Shanghai Gold Exchange's morning price was 837.1 yuan per gram, while gold retail prices at stores like Chow Tai Fook reached 1,078 yuan per gram. On May 23rd, the Shanghai Gold Exchange's closing price was 769.8 yuan per gram, with the highest price at stores like Laofeng Sheng at 1,005 yuan per gram. These frequent price adjustments caught many gold dealers off guard. Another reason for the frequency of these scams is a lack of effective regulatory oversight. Scholar Zhang Kun, who has been tracking gold scams, told Western media that these cases persist not only because of investors' low financial literacy, but also due to local protectionism. Some local officials have been complicit with platforms, helping the masterminds escape before the platform collapses. He cited the Xinkangjia case, the largest virtual currency fund scam of 2025, as an example that exposed problems such as delayed regulation and the lack of cross-border law enforcement. He warns that any investment project promising guaranteed returns, especially those claiming to be backed by state-owned enterprises or the government, should be viewed with extreme caution. As early as 2018, the People's Bank of China issued the interim measures for the management of gold accumulation business, explicitly prohibiting non-financial institutions from engaging in financial gold business. However, some platforms circumvent regulation by presenting consumer purchase contracts and disguising financial products as physical gold purchases. There are gaps in oversight between local financial regulatory bodies and the central bank. Regulatory agencies tend to focus on pre-approval and industry registration processes, lacking the capacity for continuous review of the substantive structure of these products. Moreover, punishment mechanisms are weak, with authorities often stepping in only after the scam collapse, failing to provide effective deterrence. This raises the question, what exactly is the role of regulation? What impact will these cases have on society? Analyst Xiao Yi believes they will lead to a complete breakdown of trust. A social trust crisis has spread from the financial market to other sectors. This is not just a collapse of trust in one platform, but a disintegration of the entire system and social relationships. Many investors were once convinced by the elaborate presentations and rituals of these platforms, only to discover they were nothing more than scams. Confidence in such platforms has steadily collapsed, and even legitimate institutions now struggle to earn trust. What was once seen as compliance assurance has been repeatedly disproven. Meanwhile, regulatory systems and enforcement remain slow to conduct reviews. Some of these platforms relied on word-of-mouth marketing, drawing in investors through recommendations from friends, relatives, and colleagues. After the collapses, relationships between referrers and those they referred often broke down, sometimes even leading to disputes during rights protection efforts, deepening social divisions. Beyond these collapses, another scandal has shaken China's gold market: gold fraud. Recently, a person using the screen name Xing Ma revealed that her friend bought a Rui gold bar from the Industry and Commercial Bank of China's Nanshan branch in Jiading District, Shanghai. When she brought it to a jewelry shop to be melted down into jewelry, it couldn't be melted. Fortunately, the bar had not been opened. She requested video footage from the jewelry store, and although the bank initially denied responsibility, once she provided the bar's serial number and logo, both matching the bank's records, the bank admitted it. Others in the comments section reacted strongly, saying, "This level of counterfeiting is outrageous. It's probably lead. ICBC sells fake gold bars. The metal closest in density to gold is tungsten, and the market has seen tungsten core gold-plated bars that can't be detected by simple weighing." Reports of fake gold bars sold through Chinese banks have surfaced repeatedly in recent years. Whether it's gold fraud or the collapse of gold platforms, these incidents continue to erode trust between people. The absence of effective government oversight only makes the situation worse. Similar cases are likely to continue, further weakening confidence in gold as a reliable store of value.